Welcome to Sinister Studies. My name is Kim, and I'm joined each week by my kiddo Ben, where we'll discuss all things sinister up to and including high school. As with all things sinister, listener discretion is always advised. He's trying to get her from underneath the door. He's like armpit deep in that door.
Oh my god.
It's like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, but that's cute.
How was your day today?
My day?
Yeah.
Well,
Nothing interesting.
I was tired as fuck. Like, it was so bad that yesterday, like last night, I was plotting on how I could take a nap at school. Didn't end up doing that. I wanted to.
So he's like,
but I just think it's a little bit odd. What the fuck?
Every muscle in my fucking body hurts from my machete rampage on Saturday.
You did good though.
Everything hurts. Like, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow, but I'm only going on the treadmill. Ugh. There's not a chance in hell that I'm lifting anything.
Piper, whatever you're doing, stop doing it, because I could hear it. I could hear it, girl. I could hear it.
What is she getting into?
Well, she's not doing anything now, but I could hear her doing something before. So I'm just saying. Cutesy little coincidence. Or maybe not. Meow, 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 meow. Did you used to practice witchcraft? Like, deadass?
Mm-hmm.
When? Like, how old were you?
Probably about 15 to 22.
Type shit.
But I've since rejected religion as a whole. Although, not so much Wiccan. Not really.
Oh, you were Wiccan?
Wiccan.
Oh. I don't fuck with that way. I don't fuck with that shit. Chat, I have a lot I could say about Wicca. But I shan't. That could be its whole episode. That could be multiple episodes. Is the fucked up past of Wicca. And I have a lot to say on how it influences, like, the general witchcraft and, like, even, like, pagan spheres of, like, everything. Fucking stuck its fucking hands in everything. No, everything, suddenly, has something to do with Wicca.
Well, it's another one of those things that gets bastardized. The more popular it gets, the more watered down and more ridiculous.
But, like, people are doing Wiccan shit and they don't even realize it's Wiccan shit because they've just been told that's what witches do. Even though it's Wiccan, it's not witchcraft, it's Wicca. There's a difference, Bookies. Anyway. Meow, 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 meow. Anyway. But, yeah.
Okay. But a day.
Has it?
Been one of those days where I had to get up and walk away. I literally had to be like, I'm done. I'm walking away. I will be back. Those people suck. The level of entitlement that people have
Astonishing.
Is astonishing. And I get yelled at all the time by people. All the fucking time. But the minute you tell me that I am bad at my job, I take that really personally.
You won that shit.
So, yeah. Lost my marbles. Just for reference, I was supposed to pull out my crystal ball, which I'm pretty sure you have.
No.
And polish it off and use my powers to figure out whether a person actually knew who their doctors were or not. So, yeah.
Doing divination,
Yep.
asking the tarot cards with the pendulum, like oracle cards, fucking reading tea leaves.
How could you not know who my doctor was? Well, because you told us your doctor was this, and the thing is that you're a grown-ass fucking human being. I'd expect you to know who your doctor was. But alas, here we are with you suddenly not having seen that doctor.
Insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boiling. I knew my blood pressure was up, and I knew my face was red. The beast has emerged. Yeah, so fun fact for everybody. The cat peed on me last night while I was holding him.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. I was like, he has this thing.
He didn't mean
where
to.
Every night he likes to go outside with his girls, but he needs mom to hold him and rub his belly while he watches them do their business in the dark. And Piper took off, but Piper's on a leash currently because she can't stay where she belongs.
Keeps taking off.
And she knocked the metal drain pipe, which made a lot of noise, on top of her aggressively barking at whatever animal was lurking in the brushes. So he freaked out, and it turns out he peed on me. Legit peed on me.
He was just scared.
He's just a baby.
He's just a baby.
He can't help it, a poor little thing. But he's okay now.
He's never peed on anything.
Yeah, he has.
Well, he hasn't done it since he was like a little kitty.
Yeah, he did pee on your brother's old hockey bag.
But he hasn't done it since.
No, he really hasn't. I mean, that was like...
It was like a year ago.
Yeah, that was peeing because he didn't like the kitty litter we got. He didn't like how it smelled.
Yeah.
We changed that real quick. Real quick.
Does not like scented kitty litter.
Nope. Has to be unscented or mildly scented. Nothing aggressive.
I feel like we know it's not anything malicious.
No.
Because
not malicious.
He's never done something like that before.
It's also gotten real cold.
Mm-hmm.
As you sit there with your big ass hoodie.
Oh, yeah.
That's like knee length.
Helena asked if she could wear this yesterday. I'm like, Helena, it will eat you. Helena, it will literally swallow you. Like, this thing is massive on me.
Yeah, it definitely would swallow Helena.
Meow, meow, meow.
So today, I was driving home, and I went by Tim and Tara's house, and I almost stopped.
Why?
I almost asked to borrow that creepy fucking doll that's at their gate.
Was that the prop?
Yep. I almost asked to borrow it, but I didn't. First of all, don't want a creepy ass doll in the house.
They don't haunt it, Mom. It's fine.
Also, no, I know that's probably not haunted. I just don't want creepy ass dolls in the house. Also,
it's not going to do anything.
They were all home, so God knows what I would have walked into.
Meow, meow.
It's like a home light.
Meow.
We're going to do a case that Dad suggested.
That Dad suggested?
Yeah, we're going to talk about some sinister stuff. Well, I was just telling your child here that I almost stopped at Tim and Tara's on my way home to ask if I could borrow that creepy ass doll that they have hanging on their property.
Do not disrespect that doll. Am I on camera right now?
You're not on
yeah,
camera.
You're not on camera, but you're picking up on the microphone.
Don't disrespect the doll. It's not funny. Being serious, even I believe it.
What? The doll in their driveway?
No.
Or just like dolls in general.
Robert the doll. Right? That's what we're talking about?
Yes, we're going to talk about Robert the doll.
Do not disrespect this doll.
Why would you? I feel like you just don't disrespect
people have
creepy dolls in general. Like, why would you do that?
If you disrespected him, make sure you write a letter.
Oh my God, we're going to get to that.
Oh my God.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, as a rule of thumb, don't go around disrespecting creepy dolls.
Yeah, I would concur to that.
Okay. We're recording this before Halloween, just to preface this. So it'll be going up after Halloween next week.
Yeah, so happy
Or the
Halloween.
week after that?
Also, yeah, next Monday.
Okay. Is that when people are voting? Or is
Yeah, well,
little creature? Hi.
all right. You ready? No?
When we leave, gotta let the girls in or no?
Yeah.
When we leave, what's happening?
Hockey practice tonight instead of Wednesday.
Oh. School is happening in my direction on Wednesday. And our school being our school, we already know who's going to win. You want to take a wild guess?
What did
Whack my elbow on the fucking
Mr.
floor.
Felony?
Sorry.
all right?
Oh, what's he doing in there?
Anyway, truly, my thoughts on the matter is no matter which way it goes, we're fucked. Doesn't matter which way it goes. I'll have to write somebody in, I think. I don't know. I don't like either of them.
why would you do that? Write somebody in. They're not going to win. There's no point.
I understand
You
that.
might as well just not vote.
Okay. Here's the thing. My theory was if we could all just get behind one third-party candidate, just one, but if we, as a society, could get behind any third-party candidate, anyone at all, I don't even care,
Anyone at all is an
Anyone
insane
at all.
statement.
and just vote them in. It can't be worse. It can't be worse.
But it could be.
Probably not. Unless their name is Aldolf. It will not be worse.
Okay, well, nothing could be worse than that.
But if we could all just at least get
it
somebody
could.
there, that way it would prove to people that you can vote for a third party candidate. And that they could get elected. Because as it stands right now, nobody votes for the third party candidate because it's going to split the vote between the other two candidates that are running.
Stay in your lane. Don't talk politics.
Mind your business.
Unless it's about Robert the dog.
You don't get to tell us what we can and can't talk about. It's our podcast.
You know what? Let's fucking vote Robert the Doll for president.
Honestly, why
I
not?
bet you,
Honestly,
at this
why
point, once you hear
Worse
his
things
deal,
have happened.
absolutely worse things have happened. But I truly believe we're fucked either way, regardless.
Why did you want to say?
Oh no, Piper's not old enough. Even in dog years, Piper's not old enough.
If dog years counted, I think Zoe could be president.
Zoe can be. You just have to be 35 and a U.S. citizen.
She's polite and she's wise.
I can write myself in, right?
She's
right,
a dog,
yeah.
but she's wise. I believe this to be true. I know this to be true. Yes.
Yep. Zoe would do a much better job than anyone on the table.
But anyway, to preface what I'm about to do, we are recording this before Halloween. It will be coming out after Halloween, but we are recording before Halloween. And I have for you an early Halloween gift.
Uh-oh. Oh, I love it.
I made a pumpkin.
Oh my god, you could kill somebody with this. It's really heavy.
Yeah, it's clay.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Where did you get that from?
I made it.
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
It's my beautiful pumpkin.
Wicked nice on there. You made that in class?
Yeah.
Oh, that's wicked sweet.
Yeah, it's
Did
so
you
nice.
make it yourself?
Mm-hmm. Everything.
Oh, that's everything.
Yeah.
I was like, that's wicked
Oh my
nice,
gosh.
Emma. Don't look great with the other pumpkins.
I love it. I love
I
it.
like that too. It's a great shape. It's like, oh, that's awesome. Emma. Thank you. I know your mom would love that.
Okay. Early Halloween gift. Pumpkin. Clay pumpkin.
Thank you.
Why are they not getting ripped? Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Now that we've been recording for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. So
let's get started
I'm
with
sure
the
there's
actual
a lot of
content
that
of
that's
the
gonna
episode. Well, yep. Oh, yeah. Shit's
So
gonna
yes,
cook.
your father suggested this case, and I did on my pilgrimage.
On your
On my
pilgrimage.
pilgrimage, I did some research. I'd kind of peripherally heard about this, but I truly went in it. There's some interesting shit.
Gene Otto.
Yes, I will wait until you're settled.
Okay. Let me lock in, guys. Oh, it smells good.
What does it smell like?
Elderberry.
It does. My forearm still, like, I can't, holding that can strains my arm.
Oh my god.
I was really aggressive with the machete the other day. So Robert Eugene Otto was born on October 25th, 1900.
1900?
To arguably pretty well-off parents.
What's arguably? You could
say that they're arguably well-off. I say
it's a nice house.
At 534 Eaton Street in Key West.
Eaton.
It's fucking beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous.
Eaton, like Nate Eaton? I've been thinking about him recently. I don't know. I was just thinking about like the podcast, and I was thinking about Nate Eaton.
It's a bed and breakfast now. But
oh man.
Per Realtor.com has 7 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms.
More bathrooms than bedrooms is insane.
Is currently valued at more than $4 million. Which will be relevant later. So 7 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms. It's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous house.
Those look like nice.
When
I'd love to have a house with like a little balcony.
Right, and it's got the turret and it's
window that you could sit in. You know?
Yes.
Massive window so that you could like put a little bed in.
Yes.
Take an afternoon nap, you know?
I would concur. So when Robert Eugene Otto was around 4 years old, he was given this extremely limited edition doll, which was made as a display piece for a store in Germany. It was a giant version of the smaller dolls that they were selling in the store. So they put it in the window to get people to come in. It was actually made by the same company that invented teddy bears.
Oh, interesting.
The doll was cloth and stood at about 40 inches tall. And when new, its face was...
40 inches?
40 inches.
I'm trying to think. Like, that's like a foot, right? That's like a foot? And that's 12.
Yeah. Just think about me minus almost 2 feet.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yes, so it was a tall doll.
What do you mean almost 2 feet?
Because I'm 60 inches, 24 inches is 2 feet. 20, me minus 20 inches.
You minus?
My height minus 20 inches. So we're talking like a really good size
That's
doll.
Yeah. I don't think I processed what you said correctly. That's why I was confused.
And when brand new, the doll's face was supposedly painted like a jester's. Supposedly. Well, we don't know.
Why did it rub off?
Yes, and not for the same reason that the rabbit in that stories was rubbed off.
The Velveteen
Rabbit, yeah. It's rubbed off, but definitely not for the same reason. Definitely not.
Chad, I'm scared.
Maybe it was. I don't know. But I can't see how. It also doesn't help that we have a slight aversion to dolls. Robert immediately loved the doll, and he was given one of Robert's sailor suits to wear. And this 4-year-old boy immediately announced that henceforth, the doll would be called Robert.
After him?
When his parents objected, they were informed by this preschooler that no, he was gifting the name to the doll, and he would now go by Gene instead.
How old is this kid?
And he would go by Gene from that point on up until the day he died. He was 4 at the time.
He was 4 and he changed his name and everybody just went with it?
Uh-huh.
Man, shit was so easy back then. Wish that was me.
And Gene were best
friends. What are you doing? She had like her face up my sleeve. That was weird.
You are being weird, Pepper. Robert and Gene spent every day together. Gene's parents were understandably sketched out by the situation, but they did absolutely nothing to manage the whole thing. They just let it go.
I mean, whatever, right? Whatever.
I mean, at some point you should get involved. Your kid's doing some weird shit.
But I mean,
but again, it was the early 1900s, so there's that. Soon, Gene's parents and the family servants would hear Gene speaking to Robert. And Robert was answering in a completely different voice from Gene's.
Peculiar.
Not even close to Gene's voice. That they could hear giggling and laughing and footsteps when there shouldn't be any.
Peculiar.
People would also report that when you were having a conversation and when you were having conversations in the presence of Robert, it was almost like its facial expressions would change, like it was listening. So just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Like someone who's subtle. Eavesdropping but trying to keep a straight face. So not to give it away. Neighbors would start talking about seeing Robert walking around in their upstairs, going window to window, and watching the children outside.
That's interesting.
Years old, Gene's parents were awoken by the sound of their child screaming in fear. When they ran to his bedroom, the door was stuck shut. They could not open it, and Gene was inside screaming. When they finally were able to get into Gene's room, it was complete chaos. Furniture was overturned, shit was strewn all over the place, and Gene was cowering, saying that Robert had done it. Like he was on the floor cowering. And Robert was sitting at the edge of the bed with a very smug expression on his face.
That's weird.
Eventually, Gene would move out of his parents' house, and he brought Robert with him.
Oh, interesting.
Which I'm sure his parents were really fucking relieved. Gene would move out of his parents' house, and he brought Robert with him, which I'm sure thrilled his fucking parents to no end, just to get that doll in their house. He would move to New York, where he would meet and in 1930 marry Mary Ann, who, like Gene, was an artist.
Okay.
But as we know, the Great Depression was rough on everybody. Was able to get by barely. However, during this time, there really aren't any stories about Robert. Probably because Mary Ann didn't want to discuss it. Because why would... As they do, Jean's parents would eventually pass away. And
As they do.
As they do. In 1945, he and Anne moved into their Key West home. And of course, Robert returned with them. Anne would start overhearing Jean speaking to Robert a lot, one time reassuring the doll that they would always be best friends forever.
Interesting.
So, Laura and demanded that Robert be locked in the attic. And he was, but that didn't stop Robert from living his best life. Guests report hearing noises, footsteps, to which Jean would often blame on the cats.
On the cats?
Reportedly, one time when she was really exasperated with the situation, he said this to guests, and she turned around and busted out that they didn't own a cat. That it was most definitely not a cat.
They didn't own a cat?
They did not own a cat.
Bizarre.
The dinner party finished up pretty quickly after that, as you can imagine. And those people probably never came to their house again, let's be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Neighborhood children would whisper about seeing Robert in the bedrooms, laughing at them while he watched them walk to school every morning. Mind you, he's in the bedrooms, not in the attic where he was locked.
Oh.
They started crossing the street to avoid walking directly in front of the house. And when rumors got back to Jean, he would go upstairs to the front bedroom to find Robert just chilling in the rocking chair. He would bring him back to the attic, where he would lock him in. And then this scenario would repeat over and over again.
What was this thing so possessed for?
Until Jean's death. We will get there. Rumor has it that he died with Robert by his side.
That's insane.
Side note, he was quite ill. He possibly had Parkinson's disease, definitely had some dementia.
Cute.
So he had some stuff going on.
What if I get dementia? Like, not anytime soon, but what if it happens?
Well, let's wait and see if I get it, and we'll see.
Oh my god. No. Mom, please don't get dementia. I'm sorry, if you get, like, dementia, like, really bad, you're going to the nursing home.
No, just bring me to the farm.
To the farm?
Just bring me to the farm.
To the farm is crazy.
Just bring me to the farm. Bring me to the same farm that rooster's at.
Oh my god.
So, after his death, Anne quickly sold the house with one condition. Robert, who was again packed away in the attic, had to remain with the house. She was not taking that fucker anywhere.
No, because why the fuck would she? Marianne was cooking with that, because why would she take the creepy ass, big ass fucking doll?
Yeah, and she's elderly-ish by this point. So
too old to be dealing with that shit, for sure.
For sure. A family bought the house, and when their daughter went exploring in their new home, she obviously went up to the attic and found Robert, with whom she was delighted.
Oh no.
But her delight would quickly turn to fear, and she would start telling her parents that Robert was alive. She said she would see and hear Robert moving around in the night, and the little girl would frequently wake up screaming.
Oh.
Her family would go on to sell the house to a Myrtle Rooter in 1974. And like the last time, the house came with Robert. Myrtle loved Robert, and she would often speak to him. When she fell on hard times and had to move and downsize, she sold the house and took Robert with her to her new apartment. but she would go on to donate him to the East Martello Museum in Key West, which had been founded in part by Jean after a particularly harrowing ordeal where Robert apparently locked her in her room and refused to let her out.
Oh. Piper, would you like something?
So Robert loved her for a while. He loves them for a while until he doesn't.
I mean, that must be a boring existence after a while. You're stuck in a house. Nothing you can do. After a certain point, like, you just gotta start fucking with people.
I mean, I'm sure that's one way to cure boredom.
Hey.
Robert was initially not put on display at the museum. He would be put away and only be taken out when someone specifically requested to see him. But his legend grew, and as a result, the museum would eventually put him on display permanently. One story from the museum is that a plumber was doing work and turned around and saw Robert standing behind him, having moved from his display.
They didn't put Bo in a case? Or did he get out of the case? Okay.
The plumber quickly got the fuck out of there.
I'd quickly get the fuck out of there. I'd start praying and shit. I'm running away.
Yeah. Robert currently sits in a glass box where he is tied to a chair to prevent him from moving around. Visitors continue to say they've seen him change expressions and move his feet.
Doll so possessed they had to strap him to a fucking chair inside a case.
So there are now rules when you visit Robert. You should say hello and introduce yourself. Which I have questions. Like, why would you tell him your name? Isn't there power in your name? Like,
yeah. Don't tell any mysterious entity your name, guys.
Yeah. You should be polite, which as a rule, you should probably just do anyway.
Yeah.
Say goodbye when you leave.
Be cordial.
And ask permission to record and take photos.
How do you know if he says yes or no?
So this is up for debate. Some mediums say this gives the entities power. By asking permission, you're elevating them over yourself.
I mean, that's also just kind of respect. I feel like all of this is just being respectful. Like, if you went up to a person, and this doll is, like, clearly got something going on. So it's like, you gotta treat it like it's sentient, because something's happening. So you gotta treat it like a person. I feel like that's basic respect. You want to record a person, you gotta ask.
Yes, I would concur with that. I would. Visitors often report things like camera malfunctions, batteries in electronic devices draining pretty much immediately.
Is that how you know he says no? Is if he fucks up your shit?
Movement by the doll. Bad luck if you've been disrespectful. Many people either return or write to apologize to Robert.
But why would you go there and be like, fuck you?
So I'm going to give you a few of the letters. Rumor has it that W wrote a letter to Robert the doll.
Ken?
I don't have said letter from W.
Like who?
George H.W. Bush.
Okay, yeah.
The president of the...
Yes.
Okay.
I'm aware.
So, here's some of these letters. Dear Robert, I accidentally took footage of you. I am sorry. I should have asked for permission. I will delete the video ASAP. I hope you can forgive me.
I hope you can forgive me is crazy. Hi, Peppa.
This one says, my husband and I visited the museum December 2019. My husband took your picture without asking. When we were leaving the museum, as I was going through the door, I felt a shock go across my shoulders. In January 2020, I was diagnosed with severe illness and have not been well since. Things keep going wrong for me. I want to say we are sorry we took your picture without asking. Please forgive us.
How was that her fault? She didn't take the picture.
We have this one from Brian, who says, I am sorry. I was startled to see you and did not intend to disrespect you. Our lives have been upside down this year. Please forgive me during my visit. Thank you and take care.
Have people ever left offerings to this thing to appease it?
I would assume so.
What do you leave to appease a doll, a sentient doll? The smaller versions of the doll?
Let's see.
Do you leave it money? Do you leave it like food? What
Katie
do you do?
wrote this letter semi-recently. My name is Katie, and my fiance and I visited you at the museum in early 2022. We visited and learned about your story, and we deeply apologize if we disrespected you in any way. I sincerely apologize for coming into your space without asking permission. We never intended to offend you, and I am very sorry if we have. We have been experiencing bad luck ever since, such as me having cancer and financial issues.
Cancer is crazy.
And wanted to apologize for any disrespect and hope that you can accept our apologies.
Oh my god, cancer? I'm gonna start crashing.
Andrea says, about 11 years ago I visited you and I made the worst mistake of my life. I thought it would be funny to take your picture without permission. Boy, was I wrong. So much bad has happened in my life, and I know it's because I disrespected you, and I'm sorry I did that. I really hope you can forgive me, Robert. Sincerely, Andrea. P.S. I saw you on Zach Baggins' show. You were great.
I feel like if you're a possessed doll, you must appreciate that. Yeah.
And then let's see. We'll finish this one because this one's a bit much. I would like to start off by apologizing to you for being rude and taking your picture without having your permission. When I initially asked you for permission and almost immediately started having chest pains, I should have known that it wasn't okay to take your picture.
Immediately started having chest pains.
Again, I am truly sorry for not listening to you. Since visiting you about 3 years ago, my house has been struck by lightning 3 times.
3 times is crazy.
Also, a rental home I was scheduled to vacation at caught fire the night before I was to check in. 2 nights later, the rental home we were able to stay at was struck by lightning as well.
Oh my
God.
God.
I am very sorry for disrespecting you.
I don't claim it either.
And there's more. There's a lot more.
Look at her. Clay, you little bitch. Hi.
So, yes, as you can see, people have had a bad time after visiting Robert and disrespecting him. So, why is Robert possessed?
Why is Bo like that? With all due respect.
It's true.
Thank you, Beyonce. Why is Bo like that? Have to cover all my bases real quick.
So legend has it that their servant brought the doll for Robert, which, given that it came from an upscale German toy store, seems highly unlikely. They also say that Robert was possessed by the spirit of a child of the servant who died right around the time that Jean received Robert. Or that the servant, having been abused by the family, cursed Robert using voodoo to take revenge on the family. So I guess it's either it's possessed by the child of a
What was
spirit.
the ethnicity of this servant?
Well, they're using voodoo, so.
Probably black if they're using voodoo.
Yeah, but a little in the South believe in voodoo.
Well, yeah, because because slavery was there, and there were black people there, and so there was cultural exchange.
Yes, there. So nobody is 100% sure. However, I did watch a video where they took a medium in to see Robert, and the medium says it's not just one.
It's not just one. It's crazy.
So
although I feel like after existing for 124 years.
There's multiple
or maybe not 100.
spirits apparently having a grand old time in Robert.
20 years.
I mean, but I guess if you're a spirit and you can use this doll to walk around again.
It's like Five Nights at Freddy's.
It kind of is.
You don't get the reference. But, oh my god, there's two in the...
So you can buy replicas of Robert the doll in the East Martello Museum.
Abraham's Golden Freddy.
Why? I don't fucking know. Who in their right mind would buy one of these fucking dolls? This is Robert.
I feel like by buying it, you just like inherit like some of the...
I think so too.
Especially since you're buying it from the museum. It's like bro's in there.
Yeah. And so you see picture how he's in the glass thing and his feet are like one over the other, crossed at the ankles.
Mm-hmm.
He's tied down by the ankles.
How was he crossing his feet?
They posed him that way.
Oh, they posed him that way?
And then tied him down.
Yeah, a quaint little pose. Had to have him all polite looking.
So yes, that is the story of Robert the doll.
Interesting.
I did think about bringing a large doll into the home, but since we are not doll people, I am not a doll person. You are not a doll person. Ever since that one doll.
What?
So your father's grandmother lived near Chinatown in New York. So she got this toy doll for you for I think your second birthday.
She was alive?
It was his grandfather's second wife. Just like his step grandmother.
Are they all dead now?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know any of these people.
So she bought you this baby doll that crawled on hands and knees, and it giggled and picked up its arms while it was crawling.
That's fucked up.
And it was like a maniacal giggle. And she was so happy to give it to you. And that thing started moving, and you fucking were not having it. It was immediately crying, and you wanted out. You did not want to be out there. You would rather be in the house by yourself, not with the party, than being outside with the doll.
Oh my god, was that my second birthday?
Second birthday.
Was that at TT's house?
Yes.
I remember my second birthday, Mom. I remember that shit.
And then there's the time that
I remember being outside.
Grandma showed you her favorite doll.
When was this?
You were probably 3 or 4.
She's a doll person.
And you told her it was creepy. And she asked you why it was creepy.
It probably was.
And you looked at her and said, because that doll looks like Mom. So yes.
Was it like uncanny creepy? I assume that's what I meant, but I didn't have the vernacular.
Ask Grandma to see the doll if you want. It's
does she still have it?
Yeah, it's a brunette doll with brown eyes.
Did she have it out, or did she have it out at some point?
She did, yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about.
She used to have it like sitting on the corner, like that corner stair she had that was like bigger than the rest.
Oh yeah. I think I just didn't like that it looked like you. Not that I didn't like how you look, but like I didn't like that it looked like you. You know what I mean?
I completely get that because it's weird. It's really weird that your mom has a doll that looks just like you.
It's peculiar. Oh, yeah. She has had a lot of creepy dolls. Did she donate most of them?
She did donate a lot of them. She refurbished them, cleaned them up, bought them new clothes, fixed their hair.
I mean, she has a hobby, and she's probably
donated them to little kids in
a kid's day
in the system so that they would have a nice doll.
At least she put it to good, you know. She put it to good. Stop.
She did.
Have you seen the song with the trend with the song Oh my god, I know what the song is, but I'm blanking on the name. The one that's like, let me just play this. I'm not gonna be able to sing it.
The fire department posted no outdoor burning. The weather apps all sent out a red flag warning that the chance of a fire is extremely high right now.
Uh-huh.
But yet, people don't listen.
No, they definitely don't.
It says it's been extremely busy in our town. We have responded to multiple building fires, brush, outdoor fires, and medical calls.
Oh, yay. People are stupid.
Yeah, people
especially
are stupid.
Since it was like windy the other day, and I saw multiple people on the way to Helena's house having fires. Windy as fuck, dry as fuck. You're having a fire? Insane.
Yeah, no, we didn't have a fire when we were camping because it was too windy and I didn't want to set the forest on fire. Because Smokey the Bear says only you can prevent forest fires. And I believe him. Guess this was a short one today, but I wanted to end on a little creepy one. So I hope everybody had a good Halloween. I hope everybody goes out and votes regardless of what terrible candidates are out there. It is your civic duty to vote. I don't know who I like to say. I appreciate that this one is less heated than the last two elections.
You think so?
At least online, it has been on.
You've been on a beautiful side of the internet, if that's what you.
Well, you know what? I have a number of people. One of them, your grandfather, that I usually mute for the months leading up to an election. Because, and they're both opposite sides of the spectrum, these people that I block every single election cycle. And I did not have to block either of them this time.
Who's boy voting for?
Who? Your grandfather?
Yeah. Kamala?
Harris, yeah.
Hey, Beatty. Okay. You deadass don't know who you're voting for? You have like 9 days. You have 8 days.
I will eeny, meeny, miny, mo if there's any third-party candidates on that. The thing is...
Do you know you have 30 minutes?
30. Yes, I know. So in this area, it's kind of like a catch-22 because we know in our immediate vicinity, this as in towns in the area, which way the voting will go.
Oh yeah, we're having a mock election at our school. We're gonna have polls and everything. We have to bring ID, photo ID. And we already know Trump's gonna win the school. Trump won the school when we were in elementary school.
On a state level, the elections in this state and in surrounding states.
Oh, what the fuck was that? Did you just try to bite me?
Always go the other way. So realistically speaking, if you are in one of these New England states, it really doesn't matter. I hate to say it. It doesn't matter. Unless multiple people get on board about maybe, voting for somebody that's not 110 years old. Or
a geriatric old man.
Can we not? Yes. Could we not? Oh. What did that fucking cat just get into?
So, how old is Trump?
He's in his 70s.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Really? How old is Kamala? She's like in her 50s or something?
I think she's in her late 50s.
Okay. Wait. How old is Kamala Harris? She's 60 on the dot.
Okay.
How old is Donald Trump?
Donald Trump is 78 years old.
Okay, she's 18 years younger than him. That's already
Yes.
an improvement.
Okay, yes, I would concur that one. I still believe, no matter what, because Harris was thrown in at the last minute because they knew Biden just couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, he dropped out.
Harris is not prepared for this at all. Even though Harris was the vice president, not prepared for this at all.
But I do think it brought back a lot of voters who weren't going to vote, because who the fuck wants to vote for Joe Biden?
That's true. What? That's a valid point.
People who didn't want to vote for Trump but
didn't want to vote for Biden
now they don't have to. So
I think that the Democratic Party should have thought about this, before.
Why did he wait that long?
I don't know.
How old is he at the current moment?
He looks like he's on death's door. Let's face this.
How old is Joe Biden? Oh. Okay, he's 81. So only a few years older than Trump, but still, un poco too old. Because Trump is also too old, I fear. If they get a senior discount, they should not be running our country.
Okay, here.
I'm just going to go I don't even know. I already know who's going to win for the school election. I'm going to vote
Think about it this way. This is your last election you get to tap out of. Last presidential election.
I don't know. Just want to
After this, your opinion matters.
It's okay.
Piper, your opinion does not matter. Because I know you're just going to vote for whoever gives you that chicken off the stove.
You know what's insane is that, I don't know. Did you hear about the thing with Chappell Roan?
No.
Do you ever know who Chappell Roan is? We've
Vaguely.
discussed her a few times. Have you ever heard this song that's like HOTTOGO?
Yes.
That's her. But she didn't endorse Kamala Harris because, Kamala also did things that she disagreed with. She definitely wasn't endorsing Trump, but she was like, I'm going to vote for Kamala, but I don't endorse her because I don't think any politicians should really be endorsed because they're all fucked up people. And people got mad at her because she wouldn't endorse her and, back her up, wholeheartedly. That she dared to criticize a politician.
Here's my thought on the whole thing.
They should all be criticized. They should work for us. It's we should be able to criticize them. We should be able to say what we want because we're the people. This is a democracy.
And if you're voting for somebody based on what somebody in the pop culture is telling you to vote for,
I fear most Chappell Roan, all Chappell Roan's fan would already vote for Kamala. I fear,
but it's
you shouldn't be getting that mad.
They a superstar will endorse a candidate. Newsflash: whatever that candidate does is not going to affect that celebrity that isn't doing the endorsing.
If they're rich, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It's going to affect the rest of us. Like me with my grocery bill, which is twice as high as it was last year.
It's going to affect people's rights.
Prices, utilities, rents, house prices.
It's going to affect people's right to reproductive autonomy. It's going to affect the rights of whoever the fuck else.
And God,
I don't know. If this celebrity, we're watching the video in civics because, the election's coming up and that's kind of the whole point. Politics. And it was Beyonce, talking about, the election because she was speaking at, one of Kamala's things. And she was I'm not speaking as a celebrity, I'm speaking as a mother. And it's
you're speaking as a mother that's about to go down.
No, but it's like...
The fact that anybody related to the Diddy situation is endorsing anybody for president,
but it's like...
astounds me.
Girl, like, if your daughters... Or it's like... And she was talking about, like, how... First of all, how historically monumental it would be to have a, like, female president. Never happened before. But she was also, like, her daughter's, like, rights or whatever. You know, abortion and shit. But it's like, girl, if your daughter needed an abortion, you could fly her wherever the fuck and pay whatever the fuck bail or, what's it called? Fees or whatever.
Yeah, she could fly her children out of the country and get it somewhere else. Should it, God
like, worst case scenario, she could move. She could flee the country and she'd be completely fine.
Yes, because the more money that you have, the more options you have.
So it's like, at the end of the day, it's not going to affect these people as much as it's going to affect, like, you and me and, like, everybody else that's not, you know, a literal billionaire like Beyonce.
Please don't take the opinions of billionaires into consideration when you vote.
Yeah, chat.
Just think about yourself. This is one of those times where we just got to think about ourselves. Think about yourself. Think about your children. Think about your doggies.
Like,
I think Piper's trying to tell us that we're not thinking about her.
Pippa, are we not thinking about you?
She's like, it is my bedtime.
Is there... So, if you're listening to this and it's still election day, I'm going to be sleeping in and I'm going to be enjoying my 2 days off next week.
Yes, you do have 2 days off next week.
And quaking in my boots and whatever over the future of this country.
Yeah.
But you go and vote. Use your vote well. Don't be like those people who in the 2016 election wrote in Harambe, a dead gorilla, who was definitely not old enough to be president anyway. Don't be like them, chat. Like, actually fucking...
Yeah, think it through.
Stick
Even
to your
if it
guns,
takes you right
whatever
up until
you
the
believe
time
in.
you fill in that little bubble.
Like, truly, like, ooh. Just vote, guys. Like, chat.
Yeah, I don't care who you vote for. Just go vote.
If you're in another country, I hope you're enjoying watching this garbage fire over there, roasting marshmallows over it.
Yeah. Other countries.
Pray for us, for real.
Yeah.
Chat.
The shit's about to go sideways.
Russia. Who the fuck is listening in Russia?
Welcome.
Yeah.
Boy, it is going to go sideways. And since our people from the UK and Australia are on here, I'm still trying to bring back the rise of the word cunt here in the United States.
Yeah.
I feel like I can do it all by myself.
We're spreading our propaganda, guys. Cunt. See, because
vote for me, because I will bring cuntishness back.
Like, cunt negative with negative connotations, or cunt like positive?
Because you can use it in so many ways, though.
It's such a versatile word. Like, you could say somebody's serving cunt.
Because the first...
And that's good. If somebody's serving cunt, that means they're eating. They're devouring. No crumbs. Plate is in their mouth.
The first
Table
time
cleared.
I ever heard my friend use the word cunt, it was in a positive connotation. Basically, like if I said to my girls, "You're my bitches," referred
serve exactly what you are, cunt. That was Chaperone at Coachella.
So yes, that is my platform. I will bring the word cunt back.
See, y'all have the right idea. And gay people have the right idea. We need the public to get on the shit.
It's only a matter of time. Because a lot of the gay stuff has started to...
The gay stuff?
Trickle down
Okay.
effect. The trickle down effect with gayness.
Not enough, clearly, because they played multiple Chapel Bone songs at homecoming, and nobody was singing.
Dude, I wouldn't. Okay,
What do you mean?
I wouldn't know who the chaperone is. I could
but
sing
you're
a
also-
fucking Freddie Mercury song. I could sing a Boy George song.
Yes, but you're also, Mom, you don't know who Chapel Bone is because you're an adult.
George Michael?
Like, they played Pink Pony Club, and that's a very gay song, so I understand. But they played, like, what's the other song that they played?
I'm sorry.
They played Casual. Everybody knows Casual. The fuck? And nobody was singing? Insane work. They played Good Luck, Babe. Number 1 in the charts. I don't know when, but it was. Nobody was singing. Like,
I don't know what to say.
Guys.
So, yes, I will support trickle down gayness.
Trickle down gayness.
Bringing back the word cunt. What else can I do? So, yes, on that note, guys, please, again, go out and vote. The rest of the world, pray for us.
Yeah. Happy belated Halloween. Even though for us, it's before Halloween. I'm hopefully going to go trick-or-treating.
Do all the things. Follow us.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Rate, comment, mayhaps, if you have something to say.
I think someone's ready for bed.
Damn. Okay. Well, you're in the United States.
Yeah, we'll see on the flip side.
Turn the fuck up. If you're not in the United States, pray for us, I guess. And